Hubert, what did you see from your guys in the second half, and specifically the way you tried to approach Pack and O'Meara, because they had obviously gotten really hot in the first half? It seemed like you were able to limit them pretty effectively in the second half.
Well, I think for Amir, I think there were two things to be able to defend him. I thought Armando really stepped up in the second half and really worked hard to make it hard for him to catch the ball where he wants to. I thought he did a good job on his dribble drives, didn't give him low post position, didn't foul him, put him on the free throw line. And then also there's another way you can defend him. You can go at him on the offensive end. In the second half, Armando was more aggressive. And because he was so aggressive, he got Amir in foul trouble, and it's easier to defend him when he's on the bench. In terms of regards to Pack, we just, anytime, any DHO, any ball screen, we just put two guys on him. We just doubled them. We just had to try something different, make somebody else make a play, somebody else make a shot, because he was just in a rhythm in the first half. And we just had to try something different, and it took him out of his rhythm, and it really worked for us.
With Elliot, Duke and Clemson sort of played off him a little bit, took away some of the driving space, dared him to shoot. Miami went up and guarded him. They guarded him on the perimeter, kind of opened up that drive. Is that what enabled him to be more aggressive? Was there a conversation you had with him about being more aggressive with the ball? Because he got to the rim a lot in the first half and also opened up some of those shots.
Well, I mean, he's elite in terms of being able to get to the basket. He just is. It doesn't matter what kind of defense. His ability to be able to get to the paint, be able to score, distribute is just at a high level. And so, one of the things that Miami does consistently defensively, their hard hedge just causes us a lot of problems, and it's hard to get into the paint. I just felt like Elliot was really persistent at attacking and trying to get there, so much so, not just for him, for everybody else. We got into the penalty in the second half with 12 minutes to go, and I really thought that was even though we didn't shoot free throws as well as we normally do, I felt like that was a huge impact for us.
He hadn't hit a three since December.
He hit one today.
He hit two today.
How
does that change things if he can just knock down?
Well, that changes a lot. I mean, there were wide open threes, and I've told him, when you're wide open, have the confidence to be able to knock it down, because your head coach has the confidence and think it's going down, so shoot it. And those two threes that he had, I think, were they both in the second half, or one in the first half and one in the second half? It was just really huge for us. We needed everything that we could to be able to win against Miami here on the road.
Hubert, how much of a feeling of relief maybe is there? You guys had a pretty comfortable lead in the second half and kind of held on.
Yeah, I mean, I like 20-point wins. That would be great, but, Miami's a really good team, and we haven't had very much success against them of late, and especially here. And so because of their athleticism and their ability to score in a number of different positions, we always know that no lead is safe, and they continue to fight, and we made a couple more plays down the stretch to be able to pull out the win.
It seemed like RJ had more space offensively. Was it the way that they were defending him, or just the way you were running the offense?
I don't know if he had more space. I know RJ's working real hard to get open. I feel bad what I ask and require of him every day. And again, I've said this before, I haven't seen every player in the country, but it'd be hard for me to think anybody that is playing any better than RJ. Not only does he hit big shots, he was the primary defender on Pack. So we're asking him to defend the best perimeter player, to score, distribute, rebound, take care of the basketball, and every day in practice and games, he shows up. He's just one of those special type players that you just filled with thankfulness just to be able to be around him and coach, and that he's a part of our team and program.
Have you seen a 6-foot guy like him hit the floor as much as he does every game?
He does hit the floor. Maybe you could say that to get him some more free throws, because he's a great free throw shooter. But he gets into the lane. He doesn't shy away from contact, and that allows him to be effective on the offensive end. But again, you can't get any tougher. It doesn't matter if 6 feet. You don't measure his height. You measure his heart. And there's nobody in the country that has a bigger heart than R.J. Davis.
You were looking perspective of the from the perspective of the players, what would you like more about, I guess, the approach going into this game? I know yesterday you said that you like the practices more, you know, kind of in the last couple of days. What would you kind of like more about the approach going into
It did. You know, I said yesterday there's no correlation. As a player and as a coach, I've had great practices, and then I've been horrible in the game, and I've been horrible at practices, and I was lights out in the game, and I've seen that with the team. I just specifically was answering a question in regards to that we had 2 good days of practice, that it translated out there in the game today. That's great, and we needed it. We needed everybody to step up, and I feel like everyone that played made at least one impactful play that helped us get a road win.
Hubert,
Last one, go ahead.
because Elliot is so hard on himself, you know, you can see him beating himself up at times.
Yeah.
Do you, as a coach, try to approach him any differently from that standpoint? Like, are you building him up any more?
Yeah, I mean, that's the number one reason, not one of the many reasons why I tell everybody I can't coach you unless I know you, and you can't play for me unless you know me. And so we got to spend a lot of time together. That's why I require them to stop by the office during the week so we can talk about anything other than basketball, so that they can know me and I can get to know them. And so the reason why I say that is, like, you hold everybody to the same foundation, the same standard of what this program has always been about, but everybody's different. And so you're right. You know, there's some guys on the team that I'm straightforward and direct, but you may have to go 5 miles out to make your point and hug them and encourage them. And there's some guys you can go straight forward at them. It's all about how you can get each individual player to respond in a positive way. And if that means give them a hug and say, that's okay, let's just do better next time, or if it means go into them, it is what it is. But because we have a relationship, whatever way I say it, they know where it's coming from, and it's coming from how much I care and how much I love them.
So hug Elliot then.
I can do a combination with Elliot. Yeah, he gets both. He's a rare. He gets both.
Thanks, everybody. The 11 threes are the most we've made since Charleston Southern, so it's the most we've made in a conference game all year.